So if some of you, whoever starts to come in, I'm going to redirect y'all if you want to, but just to give everybody some of this information at the same time, because it's impromptu and we're on the ascension timeline. So a part of this ascension, I'm gonna start from going back to Third Eye Atlas, because I feel like we gotta understand the background of what's happening. A lot of us don't hear about Third Eye Atlas much anymore. There was a lot of talk about it last year for those who did hear it. Some people still say they don't even know. Third Eye Atlas came and went and they didn't even know. Third Eye Atlas was coming into our system from the galactic center. Scientifically, you could look it up. They was scared. They was, fear mongering, trying to make you think it's an alien and all of that. But those who knew, we knew this was cosmic consciousness. It was not people speculated it was a starship, whatever you want to think, because we all starships. We walk in our macabre light body. That's a starship. So however you want to look at it. But Third Eye Atlas was cosmic consciousness, and as it was coming into our solar system, it was updating our entire solar system, particularly the inner planets, particularly, meaning Mercury, Venus, Mars, Earth, and Jupiter, right? Jupiter is not usually called an inner planet, but it was up to Jupiter because Jupiter is our furthest of the inner planets. And if the way you kind of look at it, Jupiter is almost like that cosmic gateway. It's kind of like how we would look at the crown chakra. Jupiter is that cosmic gateway that is ascending in deeper into the ethers, deeper into the cosmos. So it's like our furthest interpersonal planet, if you look at it like that. So Third Eye Atlas had a close encounter with each one of these interpersonal planets from October. And you all can check it out. You got to take my word for it, but you could check it out. These are the dates that they interacted. So in October, it came in on October 3rd, close encounter with Mars. The very next month, November 3rd, close encounter with Venus. Then it hit its perihelion, meaning going right around the sun. Perihelion with the sun is when it came really closest to the sun, and it hit a pivot around the sun around October 28th, 29th, the same exact time as Hurricane Melissa, pivoting in that same pivot. I can't make this up. The same pivot that it made around Jamaica is the same pivot that the Third Eye Atlas did in its perihelion, now going on its way out. And so as it did that, the next passing was Earth on December 19th around the new moon. So if those of you kind of remember what is going on around December, you might have felt some shifts. There was some major things happening in the earth too, particularly around that time. There were some earthquakes. There was a lot of flooding. Like there was an uptick in the geological energies and even in our life, world, and affairs around December 19th, that weekend of December 19th, 20th, 21st, up to the solstice, the winter solstice. Right. So if you notice, it gave a message of threes. And even as scientists were tracking Third Eye Atlas, they were hearing like little, like Morse codes, like like there was codes that were coming that come in threes. Right. And for those of us who know, we know the power of three, whether you call it a trinity, creative completion. The universe speaks through this, especially when it comes to it being a main dimensional portal through which things are manifested at a 3D level that we can experience it, right? So that's what was happening with Third Eye Atlas. And then it was the next time, it was a couple of months after December. It wasn't until January, February, March. Again, y'all see the threes. In March, it passed Jupiter on its way out. And so this was the energetic seal. So for 6 months, it interacted with us from Virgo to Pisces. And mind you, our lunar nodes were in Virgo and Pisces. South node Virgo, North node Pisces. Now, just to kind of tie that in so you see what was happening, the interaction with the lunar nodes, and again, I want to say this too, please get to know your nodes, your natal nodes. They really do highlight where you're coming from and where you're going, your north node, south node. And we had that south node in Virgo, north node in Pisces, which was very pivotal because it was all about a spiritual maturation. So the universe is very timely. Nothing happens by coincidence. Third Eye Atlas blessing us with its presence was not a coincidence. It was very timely to amplify the evolutionary response of the lunar nodes. So it was amplifying what's supposed to happen with the lunar nodes, and particularly with this one, because the North Node, which is our destined coordinates, our north trajectory of where we are supposed to go next, is a spiritual maturation, because the house of Pisces is spirit. It's the most spiritual house. And it's also considered like the house of karma, you know, because it's the last sign. So it's closing out all karmas, but it's spiritual. So it is what amplifying, if I could simplify it for anyone who's like, wait, this is a lot of space talk. If I could simplify it, it's understanding that it was here to amplify our spiritual maturation before we enter into North Node in Aquarius, which is where we are right now. That's where the North Node is right now. Why? Because as it enters into Aquarius, it is ushering us more into the Aquarian age. Pluto is already in Aquarius, so it was the first usher. Now the next ushering in is going to be North Node in Aquarius, that is bringing us more into right living, right timing into the Aquarian age, so we can enter it successfully and be less likely to fall into the shadows of Aquarius, because humanity has a tendency to fall into the shadow timeline. This is why a lot of us are coming out of these timelines, and timelines are collapsing, so we can have a successful Aquarian age, so that ultimately we can have a successful fifth dimension. Like the Aquarian age is also ushering us more into the fifth dimension, if that makes sense, right? So let me give it some time to, like, now that I said that, I want to kind of give it back to Dedicated and see if there's anything, or if anybody has any questions thus far before I get into the ascension of where we are now.
Chat, do y'all have any questions to ask Celeste before she continues on? I haven't seen any questions come through just yet.
Okay.
But we are definitely in those times of ascension, y'all. And that's why I say, if y'all would, everybody that's here, let's share the live out, y'all. Let's let people know that we are here, because for the collective, this is very potent information at this time, okay? And let's make sure, family, let's go follow Celeste. Y'all go over there and grab her up. Welcome in, G-Roy. Hey, y'all. In here, thank y'all for tapping, thank y'all for the gifts, thank y'all for all the things, okay? But yeah, this is definitely an intense time for those of us who are healed, those who are doing the work, those of us who are just ready for this freaking separation, okay? In the minds of all our beautiful collective ones who are waking up and you know, getting a call, because this is actually a call to the 144.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, 144 is not a number of people, okay? It's a super consciousness. It's a high consciousness, okay? You being seated in your as above, so below, understanding, overstanding, and within standing, that we are very clear, because I told us chosen spirit, all the things spirit is spiral. That means change. That doesn't mean I stay the same, okay? We think that spirit is just something that just in a straight line or a circle or some shit. No.
It's a spiral.
It's running, it's moving. That's kind of like that fire horse year we talking about, when that's what brings it back to me when I see that spiral. If y'all can see my hands, how my hands are moving, it's giving an illusion of going really fast. That's what spirit does. So we cannot continue to hold on to the things, y'all, that we have been programmed with. It's time to let go of all of the things, okay? All of the things. Zero response, 0 point. Okay?
0 point.
0 point. We're getting back to that 0 point where we're allowing, okay, the emotions of this reality that we see with these two eyes to just slip off our backs like water.
Mm-hmm.
We're not responding, all those things. This is where we are. This is the time for your higher self to stand up within you and say, hey, it's time to go.
That's it.
Right?
Time to make a change. Na 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 na. I don't know if anybody. I've been getting hit with Michael left, right, and center. Like,
don't get me started. Do you remember?
Listen, and that's the song I had today. Like, it's between those two songs. It's either Man in the Mirror or Do You Remember the Time? And like I said, Michael was ahead of his time. We were saying it the other night. I don't know if he knew, but the higher beings, they were definitely utilizing him. He was an ascension instrument. And that's why people cried when he sang. It's not just because he's Michael Jackson. There's something that he was being used as, and he was way ahead of his time, because that Man in the Mirror is perfect. You want to know what to do, go listen to Michael Jackson again and listen to it with new ears of what's happening today. Listen to Remember the Time, and look how the video was about pyramids. He was saying, do you remember the origins of time? Do you remember that you are a time, you're the pyramid? Do you remember true time? Right? Which is why I have those 5D calendars. Do you remember the true timeline? Do you remember the time that we fell in love? What love? The love frequency, not a person. Do you remember when we was in the love frequency? Let's get to it. Are you a part of the remembering? Do you remember? Heart chakra. That's it. So somebody said something. Hi, Brian. Hi, everybody. Anybody who came in, who's coming in. I'm on TikTok and YouTube, so y'all will see me going back and forth. Let me know on YouTube if you all can hear the conversation. The other host, Dedicated Roos, is on TikTok. So let me know if you can hear or not. And here, okay, so no one had any questions on your end, right, thus far?
Does anybody, if anybody have any type of questions, just put them in the chat. I can see. I will let her know. Y'all just let us know if y'all have any type of questions. We don't mind answering. If y'all want to, you can also go to her side and ask the question if you want. You can flip back and forth, okay?
Mm-hmm. Flip back and forth.
Yeah, it's totally up to you. But if y'all have any questions, please do not be discouraged to ask, because the only dumb question is the question that's not asked.
Right? Ashe. So, and I wanted to respond to someone who was speaking about the Piscean age. So yes, just for those, some of you are familiar with it. I know if y'all here, some of y'all are familiar because you aligned with this. And as I said that, I want to remind some of you again to set them hearts up, like, and share, because that's how we get the algorithms going to help those who are on these frequencies find us on these higher frequencies. So keep them hearts going, right? You were going to say something?
I got my hand raised. Mm-hmm. I got a question.
She like, ooh, me.
Miss Inspirational asks, can I have more insight on the North Node in Aquarius?
Okay, yes. The North Node in Aquarius is, if we understand what the principalities of Aquarius are, it's about the house of collaboration. It is about the we. So a lot of us is coming from the me in Leo. This is for all humanity. So we are the object of this South Node. South Node is where we're coming from, and North Node is where we're going to. It's the trajectory of where we're going to, the destined coordinates, or I call the destined purpose. So in Aquarius, it is about collaboration. It is about the true we, the true collective. It is helping the true collective, the 5D collective, the new earth. 5D is just an expanded consciousness. So the Aquarius, North Node in Aquarius, is bringing us more into the Aquarian age. That's the key about this particular one. It is ushering us in deeper into the Aquarian age, and in the rightful way. Because we could all jump into the we, but what kind of we? Is it a true collective? It's also about humanity and humanitarianism. So is it true humanitarianism? And when you understand that, right, you can see why. Let me connect this for y'all as well. When you understand that now, you can see why this is why I know it's very evolutionary. You can see why our last lunar nodes were stripping back what it needed to strip back, meaning South Node in Virgo. Virgo is about service. So if you all notice, in the last 18 months, nodes stay where they are for 18 months. If you notice in the last 18 months, look how much was being, how many things have happened that have upset you, us, and humanity about service. You know why? Because that paradigm of service that we thought was service needed to be broken. That there was not true service, and Virgo is about service. So the South Node is about the shadows that need to be extracted so that we can catapults us forward into the North Node. That's how we evolve into the North Node. It's not just because of what we know about the North Node. It's about what strips from you in the South Node. Are you allowing the South Node to strip the shadows of what this is about? Your service, you may, and I mean all kind of service. I'm not just talking about business. Relationships with other people is how we service each other. How are people servicing you? How are you servicing people? So some betrayals had to happen, and some unbelievable things in humanity had to happen, so you can see that this is not true service. It's not happening for us to get mad about it. It's happening for us to get out of it. To say, oh, wait a minute, this is not true service. And then that catapults you into a spiritual maturation, North Node in Pisces, to seeing the big picture of what true service really is. Now, when you have that, you successfully North Node shift into Aquarius with true service, because now you have an awareness of what true service is. So now true humanitarianism, Aquarius, true collective collaboration, Aquarius. It can be done successfully if you extracted what you needed to extract in that South Node. So faithfully, that kind of sums up the relationship and what's happening with the North Node in Aquarius and how it's helping us. And I do want to say, if you check your natal chart, any of you that have North Node or South Node in Leo and Aquarius, it's going to be working tightly with you for these next 18 months. So be prepared to get shook just a little bit, just enough to release what you need to release. Whether you're either one, whether your South Node is in Leo or Aquarius, the fact that it is on that axis, it's going to help you do what you need to do. But ultimately, for humanity, for all of us, it's helping us extract South Node, the shadows out of South Node in Leo. We got to get out of that me state in a misappropriated way, so we can have the brave heart of the lion, the Leo, be brave and courageous to walk, that sun, be brave and courageous to walk away from those toxic families, those toxic bloodlines. Snip, as sis been saying. I forgot that video you be doing that be like snip. That's my favorite part. Snip, cut it. Because a lot of times we can't move forward because we're attached to that. So the Leo, and what is your identity, your solar plexus identity attached to? What are we walking around in peacock pride about? Even if it's good, we really got to check ourselves, because just because it's good, your ego might run away with it. And we got to check our egos. This is ego check time, because we don't need that misappropriated ego type of Leo. We need an ego death so that the true Leo, the true self, can be brave enough to be that true self. How many of you know your true self, but are you brave enough to be that true self when you're around certain people, when you're around the people that are disbelievers, that don't see your light, that don't respect your light? Are you brave enough to still be the true self? So that's what this Leo South Node is going to really be extracting. And for some of us, it's going to be uncomfortable. Especially for some of you who your South Node is in Leo. Oh, you already feeling uncomfortable, because it's like, ooh, what's this feeling? Why am I being pulled to do things with people?
I know for me especially, I know we talked about it in the welcome in, y'all. Welcome in, Science JD. Hey, y'all, welcome on in. Come on in. Make sure y'all send your heart meets in. Let's repost this out. Let's get the family in. Like I said, we got special going on today. It was absolutely beautiful. Me and Sis have aligned in a way. Shay, welcome in. Where we can actually, I give y'all some of my latest and the greatest. She had some downloads. We didn't come together, y'all. This was led spiritually. When the download came, it was just like, okay, it's a horse here. Let's get it. Let's go on here, because it's things that the collective needs to know. Big love, y'all. Okay. But yes, The fact that we are here today and y'all are here, this is for you, okay? For the ones who are in the room, for those who come in and stay, you know what I mean? Apparently, okay, y'all are walking in y'all healing statue, okay? So let's get into it. Lizzie, welcome in, everybody. I welcome y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go grab the whole stuff, okay? She keeps us going, posted on the planetary alignments, what's happening in astrology, the energy that we need to stay in, the energy that we need to be on, okay, as well as myself. Y'all been here a while. We always talking about the frequency of love, that 144 consciousness. That's where we are trying to get the collective to. So we are just the bridge. We have put together because, as I say, when she was saying about that right type of service, okay, that right type of service that came up within us in these past couple of days, where Source was saying, hey, now y'all, it's time to pull together and give the collective the tools that they need to transform through this rebirth, through this death we got going on right now. Okay. Not even just that, it's kind of like, how can I say it? I lost my thought, but go ahead.
It'll be back. It'll come back. It'll come right back.
Yeah, it's the right type of service now where y'all like minds are coming together. Those who are in communication leadership, who know the tools, who knows what the next thing or the next energy that we are supposed to be stepping into, okay? So this is what it's looking like. This is our forecast, okay? This is our history over here. Okay?
Our history and our forecast. I like that. And as you said that, what was coming to me too, that because it is this time and we have to, in this spirit of discernment, in this season of discernment, and this has been coming up, I've been hearing it from other people, we have to discern what the true spiritual leaders are, because they're all being exposed now. There's a great disclosure, like I said, so they're being exposed. So there are people out there, that's a lot of people speaking on spiritual things, and a lot of spiritual communities are like a fad right now. And so we have to, if they're not giving you tools, it's not true. I don't know what else to tell you. And I don't mean giving you tools like these $5,000, like I'm not talking about money making stuff, right? Not that you don't have to pay. There is reciprocity, because I'm doing a workshop right now and we're going to talk about that, but it's very, very affordable. And it's the reciprocity is not for me, it's for you opening your channel of giving and receiving for you, by just giving into what is feeding your soul and what you're aligning to, because that currency is energy. And we're going to talk about that some more, but I wanted to touch base on that because that's a very present thing. We have to be discerning of who we're listening to, and are they providing you the tools, because that's ultimately what we're coming here together with. And so, since there were no further questions there, and if there are, go ahead and put them in, as Dedicated said she'll let me know. Before I go any further, there was a question here about on YouTube about that virus that's been going around, that someone here got it, and it's like, what do I do? How do I get rid of it? Does anybody know how to take something properly? I think it says liver mycetin. I guess it's a type of medicine, but this is what I'm going to say to you, and this is for anybody else. Anything that reaches you, first I want to say accountability is knowing that there is something that you did that opened up to that. Anything that reaches to you, it's not just by happen chance. There's something that you may have missed, right? I'm not doing a blame thing, but this is accountability. We have to go within and say, what did I miss? Where did I miss a step? Where is it affecting me in my body? Right? And more likely, if it's this virus that you're talking about, I think everybody was saying the diarrhea thing that's giving everybody diarrhea, that's your bowels. That means they're hitting you in your root chakra. So something is out of alignment in the root chakra, and that's where you need to go do your work. The chakras are the doorways to the consciousness, right? So what you have to do is really consciousness work. You're not going to be able to do it in the body. The body keeps the score, and it acts up when you are chronically and severely out of alignment in your consciousness. That's always the truth of it. So there's something to do about going inside the consciousness, figuring out what you're out of alignment with, and then detoxing. There is some kind of detoxing that you can do to help clear your body of this. So you may want to go on a detox, which means eat light foods only. Light foods meaning fruits and vegetables. Have some green smoothies and do this. And we're going into a detox right after this. So if you can kind of stick around, and we're going to give you the information about that. After this workshop, we're going right into a detox. So we're going to give you the tools of what's being offered in this particular timeline. And when we're in there, we can go deeper into sharing what it is that you need and how we're going to go through this detox to detach as we're walking through the halls of Amenti right now, which is the 8-8 gateway. So I can give you that at least on what to do, detox, and I'm kind of guiding you to go into your root chakra. There's something that is out of alignment there that you want to clear that root chakra, to remove that. And believe me, when you clear it in the mind, the body will respond. It will automatically be cleansed in the body. And then just do some type of detox. Drink a lot of water, get a lot of rest. Don't eat anything that is processed foods right now, because food is information. So the information that you're putting in your body is what is going to speak to your body. Kind of think of it that way. So if you want the right conversation to happen in your body, you want to do light foods, right? And that also helps with the light integration, the light code integration of what we're having, which segues, I'm going to segue now right into following up where I left off. So I spoke about Third Eye Atlas. I'm letting you know that as it left, that was the energetic seal or a cosmic threshold. And from that point on, we are actually now in this 9-month window, a 9-month gestation from Aries to Sagittarius, which for most people would say from April to about December. So those are the 9 months that we're in. And if you think about when you're in a gestation, if you think about a pregnant woman, you have to do what? You have to take care of this new life that is birthing. So what's happening is the fifth dimension true collective, those of us who are emerging on this next level of the true timeline, we are birthing this next level of the true timeline. So we do need to take care of it within these 9 months. So I've been encouraging people, those who have been following me, you heard me say it. This is why I'm not going anywhere within these 9 months. I got to take care of this what I'm incubating, this sacred new birth that is coming forth. So I'm not going to any birthday parties. I'm not going, and I'm talking about family, all of that. I know this may be a stretch for some people, but no birthday parties, no weddings, no funerals within these 9 months, because you will not attach yourselves to me. As we said earlier, the demons are really running around, right? The parasitic energy in the families, in the bloodlines. And if you're related, it's definitely complex. Let me put it that way. So don't get puffed up in pride. That's that shadow Leo. Don't get puffed up in pride and think, well, I'm this and I'm healed, so I could go around it, no problem. Play with it if you want to. You gon', what they say, fuck around and find out. Because you are not above it. No man is exempt. Like Lauryn Hill said, need to get down on his knees and repent. Like none of us is exempt. Ashe. So I want us to really take this seriously. We're in that 9-month window. So rethink. If you already said yes and you already RSVP'd, you don't owe nobody a goddamn thing. Don't go. I don't care.
Your no is a complete answer. Your no is a complete answer. Your no is a complete answer.
Thank you. So it's that serious. So I want to make sure I clarify that. That's what we're in right now. Now, with that said, where we are right now in this, we're actually within the 9-month gestation. We are in what we would call the second trimester, right? The first 3 months already done went by. For those who understand the quarters in astrology, we're in the second quarter. So after the summer solstice, spring was the first quarter, summer is the second quarter. So the summer solstice, which was very potent this year, when we were getting light codes coming in, there's a whole light code integration that was happening. For those who were with me, we actually did a little 5-day detox right before. It was like, oh snap. And it was impromptu like this, and whoever jumped on, jumped on. And we did a 5-day detox right before that, because that's how spirit was guiding me, because 5 represents change. So we were solidifying this change before the light code amplification. Now, summer solstice, for those who don't know, is when the sun is still. Solstice means still. Sol is sun. Solstice, sun still. So it's still for about 3 days. So think of how potent the light codes were coming in when we had amplified light at that time. So there was that. And now I'm piecing together what has been happening, so you can see some of you were in alignment even though you didn't know. If you think back, you might say, damn, around that time I was eating different, I was sleeping different, something was happening, right? So you were in alignment. And I'm really speaking to the 144 too, because we're the ones that are being like called up and out right now. So you were in alignment. The light codes from that, I called it a light code sandwich, because we had the light codes from the summer solstice, and then we had the full moon in Capricorn in the middle. And after that, we went right into the Sirius gateway. So in the Sirius gateway are direct light codes from the Sirius sun. So those of you who are also inclined to the Sirius star seeds, this is also for you. It's when the Sirius sun aligns with our sun directly. So it's, picture it like beaming light through the sun, because the sun is our server, like Google Chrome, and then the sun serves us up this light. So from Sirius sun through our sun to Earth, that's the alignment. And so that was happening in the Sirius gateway. And then right after that, we had what was next after that? The new moon in Cancer at that time. And mind you, Mercury retrograde was working with us as well. So all of this was kicking up in the month of Cancer, right? I call them months because for those of you who know, I got the 5D calendar, and they're months. They're not just signs. They're not just houses. These are our cosmic months. This is aligning with true time. So in the month of Cancer, all of this was kicking up, because Cancer is what? The waters, the primordial waters, the nurturer, the mothering energy, the emotions that were kicking up, because emotions is how we tie things in, through the sensations of information. So we're tying them in. So some of you may have felt a lot of emotional upheaval, but it was for good reason. It was to build emotional resilience so that you can come into this emotional intelligence and emotional wisdom. So all of that was kicking up in the month of Cancer, and we just entered into July. So right after that new moon, I'm just giving y'all the lineup so you can see, right after the new moon was the 444, right? Throw them 444s in the chat for those of you who've seen the 444, or you could throw in 144 if you know you've been seeing all of this. You like, damn, I'm the 144. Put it in 144. The 444 was with 4 planets at 4 degrees, and it happened twice. The first one happened on July 4th, 4 planet at 4 degrees on July 4th. The next one happened between the time of like the 18th and the 21st of January. So right after that new moon, we had the 444, and the last one was the one that was really prophesied. Like astrologers had been talking about this a couple years before, and it's very rare. It's not something that happens again and again and again. So this 4, which means foundational balance, is saying we are in a foundational building. What are we building? The light colonies are coming online in the 5th dimension. The light grid activation is anteing up. It's an ante up. And the foundation means now we're here. We're at ground level, and we're on the foundational building of this 5th dimension on another level. Because since 2022, we've been groundbreaking. You know, groundbreaking when you dig in the ground and you laying the pipes underground, and we've been doing the groundbreaking work. Now we're at the foundation. The foundation is being built or has been built, and we on it. It's time to stack. The pyramid temples are rising. We are the rising temples. And we're also raising the light colonies. That's the collection. So all of this is coming together, and now we are here. This brings us to where we are now. So right out of the 444, which we just came out of, we now entered into the Lion's Gate. We had the Galactic New Year, which kind of opens us up. That was on the 2626 portal, which was July 26th. We had the day out of time right before that, so that we could take time to integrate all that has been happening. Everything that you just heard me explain to you from Third Eye Atlas. The day out of time was cosmically allowing us to, reset and embody that into the galactic new year. All right. So I'm gonna pause there because I saw the hand go up. So go ahead, sis.
You actually did, because I was gonna be like, what could you explain to the collective what a day out of time really means?
Oh yes, the day out of time is in alignment with the Mayan calendar. The Galactic New Year is the Mayan calendar, the Mayan New Year, and that's for those, some people know about that. That's when it's like 13 months of 28 days, and after that 13th month, the 28th day of that 13th month is a day out of time. That happens usually on July 25th, and then the next day is the Galactic New Year. So the day out of time is just that time that we are supposed to be plugged out of the everyday clock and calendar and the to-dos for this and that. It's where you actually, the best way I could explain it is when y'all know in Avatar, when they take their tail, I'm gonna use my hair to explain, y'all, my dreads. Okay, this is my Avatar tail right here. So it's like when you take that Avatar tail and you go chick and you plug it into the tree, when they plug it in before they get on the animal. So it's kind of like taking that part of you. And if you think about it, our tail is our root. So it's taking that time to really get grounded and plug in to your earth chakra. That's your avatar tree. Your avatar life tree is your earth chakra that's beneath you. That goes everywhere you go. You could kind of think of it like the umbilical cord that you're connected to, because as long as we're in this earth, we're in the womb of the earth. Even though you already been born and we walking around here lively, this is the womb. The earth is the womb. And when our birth is actually when we transition. I'm being honest with y'all. When you transition, now you're birthed back into the cosmos. But as long as we're here, we're in the womb of the earth. So consider it that your umbilical cord, your earth chakra. So that day out of time gives you a time to plug back in to that umbilical cord and to feel the divine time, the divine nature, which we also call Medu nature, Medu Netter. You can kind of plug that in for those of you who are comedically inclined. So that's what that day out of time. I believe when I wrote it down, the downloads I was getting that day, I called it reset to embody. Yep, it's right here. Reset to embody before the new year.
Come on in the room. Reset
to embody.
Reset to embody. And we're not been talking about that, family.
Yep.
Come on in the building. Come on in. And I do want us to understand, too, a lot of us, we may be eating differently right now as well. Okay, we might have headaches right now. We may have all types of body back pains happening in the ear. I've been telling you all year long, when this started to happen, ready or not, here I come. You cannot hide. I'm going to find you wherever you are.
I'm going to find you. Take it slow. That's what the earth. I've been saying that since 5D done turned over. I was like, look, the earth is saying, ready or not, here I come.
I've been searching for the family all year.
Gonna find you. Right? It's I forgot to tell you while we were talking too. I forgot who commented, but it was so funny. I'm laughing because he on here, right? I don't remember his name. Pretty something. It's like, I'm drunk as fuck, but this shit makes so much sense. And I'm like, it be like that because you are inebriated, I guess. You are so open right now, right? I'm not saying everybody got to be drunk to get there, but you so open right now that your receptors are like, damn, so it makes sense. Not because you drunk, you can't get this. Maybe for whatever reason, the spirits then had you aligned up to be drunk, so you sit your behind down and hear this shit.
Exactly. Come on through the building now.
So welcome in. And I had a question here. Somebody was asking me to explain something some more. Okay, can you break Can you break down what you mean about extracting the shadows? Okay, Ashe. So yes, extracting from the shadows means it's kind of like shadow work. It is shadow work, and extracting is when we want to take out what those shadows are. So that means face it, find it, face it, fix it. I'm going to say it in that order. You got to find it first, then you got to face it. That's the hard part. A lot of us find shit and then we start turning like I don't see nothing, like, oh, I didn't see nothing. We don't want to face it. We like, oh shit. Oh, let me put my darkers back on now. You know, you got to face it. All right. The operative one here is face it. You got to find it, face it, fix it. You can't fix it if you don't face it. So, and the picture that I get of this, I love this story. I don't know how many of y'all heard of Storybook. I remember watching this a lot, like in 2020, you know, when we was down watching a lot of TV, even though I was out and about in the world. I didn't stay in. I was out like, stay home my ass. I'm out. But there was a story called Storybook. And there was a part in this where this man who played like he was Rumpelstiltskin or whatever. It was about all the fairy tales. And this was so important to me. He went to Never Never Land where, you know, Peter Pan's shadow goes around and, you know, the shadow of Peter Pan. And so you can catch your shadow in Never Never Land. This was so, I was like, do y'all see this? This is esoteric. And he wanted to get his shadow. What he did was he lit a fire first. He stood in front of the fire. And then his shadow was on the big rock or whatever. And then he did like this to stop his shadow. First, he had to see it though. So what does that tell us? In order to see the shadow, we got to cast the light. The light exposes the shadow, right? Out of the dark, because the shadows roam free in the dark. The dark is the unknown. Not all dark is bad. It's the unknown. So not only does it have the unknown, but it also has those things that we can't see, the shadows and the entities. So when you cast the light, that's how you separate, you know, within the darkness, and now you can see the shadow. So then he found his shadow, and then he stopped it, and the shadow stopped, and then he gave, and this is the deep part that has to do with your subconscious. He gave his weakness, which was this type of sword, and he gave it to his shadow, and he said, hide it where I will never find it. Now that is basically instructing his shadow self to put it deep into the shadows of his mind, which is the subconscious, where he will never find it. And that is so deep, because a lot of us have done that. When we get hurt, when we have traumas, things like that, we hide it deep in our subconscious and we can't find it. And that's why shit got to happen to us for us to find it. And we got to pay attention when stuff happens, because it's giving us the opportunity to find the things that we've buried in our subconscious, the shadows. So I say all that to say, extracting the shadows, what it takes to do that is shining the light, right? And stick a pin on that. Remember what I'm saying, because that's going to make a lot of sense when I talk about this full moon work that we're doing, because that's exactly what we're doing in the consciousness. But you shine that light, catch that shadow, and now you can extract the shadow out. Now you can see it and you can say, shadow, come here. You've been roaming around freely in my subconsciousness far too long. I need to bring it to the light of my consciousness and be aware of this. Ashe? So faithfully, I answered that. And you have something to add to that, sis?
No, I mean, you said it beautifully. You know, we are always over here talking about our shadow selves and things of that nature. And it's like you can't, we like to run off on the void, y'all. The void is the bestest place to be within. Because like sis was saying earlier, you know, we say it differently, but I'm always saying over here, you can't hide. You can't heal what you hide.
Nope. And okay. that's what this is, a lot of this is about. And I could say this to sum up everything that we're talking about. The importance of right now is to cleanse, to have a cleansing of the densities. Those wounds, those shadows, those are densities in our vessels, in our light body. So it disrupts the light codes. So I don't care how much information you get in. You could be getting all the information in the world. Matter of fact, that is the shadow of the Aquarian age. The shadow of the Aquarian age is having all this information in the age of the knowing and not doing anything about it, not removing the densities. So the what's happening right now in ascension time, and what's going to help a lot of people transit through or find the bifurcation bridge within the bifurcation split, is going to be, how much do you release your densities? Again, why I do this workshop. And I've been doing it since 2021, but Spirit is saying it's important right now. I was telling Dedicated, I wasn't even supposed to do it right now. The next one is, I do it quarterly. The next one is not due till September. But when I was being guided into what's happening right now by my spiritual team, my galactic family, it was like, no, right now, that whoever is that needs these tools right now, you got to provide this, because this is one of the most important tools. Y'all could go and do a lot of things everywhere, and I'm going to be so real with this. A lot of people has even said this to me. It does not help dig in the way that we dig into the subconsciousness. A lot of people have said that to me. Like, you can go and they just scratch the surface. They'll tell you some little things about this or that, but to really go in and dig into your subconscious and unlock the codes, your soul codes, they don't go in this deep. So this is something that Spirit was saying, I need you to say this to the 144. So as Dedicated was saying, why we came on today, why we dedicated ourselves to coming in, is because this is a call. This is a serious call to the Sirius starseeds, to the Kemetically inclined, to the 144 ascendants that are ascending on the ascension timeline. It has to be done. There's no way around this. Remember, we're going into North Node in Aquarius. So don't think, well, I already did this and I've been doing this by myself. Collective collaboration. And there's something that when we go into the group, it forms this reflection circle, and we reflect on it, and you get to see something by seeing what's in another sometimes. So this is doing the work collectively, which amplifies the light grid. It goes from divine energy to divine synergy. That synergy is that collective energy, and this is what we're amplifying. More of us that are synergizing on the light grid. The solo era is over. The isolation, and yes, still be in your, sacred space. I'm not saying just blow up your sacred space, but it is time to get out of that me shadow of Leo, and recognize, use your discernment. Y'all don't gotta listen to just me and Dedicated right now. I'ma always say, report to your spiritual team. Check in with your spiritual guides. Some of you, it's already resonating with you. And if it is, don't second guess it. Some of us miss the call because we second guessing. When you feel something pulling on you right now, don't second guess. I would really jump in where you could jump in at. And so with that said, what we are offering, let me pause again. I like to pause because I could just, with the way stuff be coming, I could just be like, blah, blah, blah. So let me pause, get me some water. If anybody have any questions, and I could get into what we're actually offering.
Well, we did, who was it, Purple Heart? I think she asked, was we Israelites? I'm like, no, baby, we're not that, sweetheart. And then she asked, what's the difference? Does heaven and hell exist? Heaven and hell exist only in your super sub or conscious, okay? It's a place where if you decide you want to be in your hellish nature, which sits down in your lower chakras, which is your root, your sacral, and your solar, okay? That's where you were working from the realm of being hellish, okay? Or being in hell, or however we call it, those places where they say y'all sin and shit. That's y'all lowest nature, okay? So it's not an actual place, family, okay? Heaven as well, Purple. And I saw your question. I know you was like, well, didn't she see it? I felt you. I was going to get to it. But when you get up into your crown area, when you pass your heart, let me tilt this up for you so you can understand what I'm saying, okay? So when you go on up, as you can see, you got your solar right there, your heart is the bridge between these three. Okay, this is your hellish nature down here. Up top, you get to your bridge. Now I'm coming out of my hellish nature. I'm going within my divine, infinite spirit once I hit my heart.
Ashe.
This is where your as above, so below sits. Okay, it sits down inside your heart. Okay, this is where your above connects you to the monad, the pleroma, the goodness, the cosmic being. You know what I mean? All that good stuff out there. And down here, it connects you. The other triangle connects you downwardly to your earth, your ancestor, your lineage, your physical safety. Okay,
Yes.
so up top would be your heavenly name. Okay, so there is no such thing as hell or heaven. It's all in you, sweetheart, and it's all about balancing your hell and your heaven. Okay, not getting rid of it, not saying, oh, I don't want to be no balancing it, but you do need those parts, the devilish parts of you. You do need those, sweetheart, and if you come in the morning, we can talk more about it, because I'm always talking about it on my live 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, so if you want to know more, come on in there in the morning. We'll be there. Okay.
Yes, because that like I always say, it's not a location. Like when people ask me, I always say it's not a location, it's a state of mind. It's where you choose to be. It's perspective. So you could have heaven on earth, or you could have hell on earth. Are you up in your cosmos? Are you up in the celestials? The celestials are the heavens. So you can be in your higher self, and that's your heaven on earth. Or you could set yourself low in the Sheols, in the bowels of earth, in the hells of earth, and you create your own hell. When we don't face our stuff, we literally don't know how much we be torturing ourselves. It's called self-imprisonment. We put ourselves in these prisons.
Yes, we do. By the way we talk, by the way we think, by the relationships that we be in, by the way we give our power away to people, places, and things. All those are doggone prisons for ourselves. Okay, every time we are talking about we're tired, we gotta watch things that comes out of our mouths. Because tired, you saying that you're tired is putting yourself in a prison.
Ashe. That's it. The I am, and that's another thing like I always tell people, be careful what you put with your I am. I am broke. I am no. You just telling the universe. Remember they say, as a man thinketh, so is he. As you think it. As you think it. And I like to say sometimes, as she feeleth, so is she. Because that all that is masculine and feminine energy. And the masculine energy, which is a conscious phase of mind, does the thinking, does the decision making. It's the ego aspect of you. And the feminine energy, that's the subconscious mind. That's the feeling. That's the emotions. And most importantly, that's the memory. That's why we got to go through she. She is the memory key gene, the memory key codes, the mitochondria, she. And I'm not talking gender. Because male and female created he, them both in we, in you and me. So this is what that masculine, feminine energy is. It's the universal explanation is why I like to go with so we could detach from the, our human concept. The universal explanation of that is receptive activity and creative activity. Creative being the masculine, receptive being the feminine. So we're tapping into that with this work, and that reminds me of why we're doing the workshop with the moon, because the moon is that feminine energy. The moon brings up, it's like that cosmic spotlight that brings this up. So for those of you who are looking for your wounds, even if you don't get in this workshop, I can always tell you, you can find it easily every month. Every month that there's a full moon is your opportunity to look at what's coming up for you. That cosmic spotlight is shining the light on all the dysfunctions and everything that's there that don't need to be there. But the problem is we get irritated and we cast it aside rather than grabbing it and saying, "Ooh, thank you. Thank you for bringing this to me." We instead of that, and this is what I do in the workshop. I call it, like, for those who've been with me, I'll say, it's that time, y'all. Grab your surfboard. We about to go surfing on these energetic waves. You could either surf or you could sink. You know how they say sink or swim? And you could either sink under these energetic waves and let it sink you, or you can get the information, extracting the shadows. This is a major shadow working tool that we are providing, what I'm providing for us right now as we're doing this together. So to explain what the provisions are, the energetic provisions, and what we're offering is the window right now as we're in the gateway. So as of the gateway, which is anywhere from the 26th, some people may say the 28th. I usually just say from the 26th because that's the galactic new year. That kind of opens that up for us in the 8/8 gateway, which goes from the end of July to the 12th of August. So it's not just one day on the 8th. The 8th happens to be the peak of this energy. So there is a preparation. And this particular year, I'm looking at it going from moon to moon. So I'm saying July 29th, full moon, all the way to August 12th, which is the new moon solar eclipse, right? And this is the first solar eclipse with the lunar nodes in their new place right now. That's why it is a solar eclipse new moon in Leo, right? That's another thing that we're going to understand. The eclipse are affiliated with the nodes. So wherever there's the nodes, that's where you're going to see the eclipse. The next few eclipses are going to be with Leo and Aquarius. Leo and Aquarius, Leo and Aquarius, right? So with that said, I digress. Let's go into what's happening. So from right now, we're in the full moon. We're in the window of the full moon workshop. That's when we work with from the root going up to the crown. Each is a 7-day workshop because we got these 7 chakras. So we start with the root. And what we're doing, I call it a full moon transmutation. We are transmuting the fears, the blocks of these chakras. We're transmuting it as we're bringing it up to the heart, which tomorrow will be on our heart chakra. As I said, today we're on the solar. So we're transmuting these up and we bring it up into the heart to transcend whatever has been coming up from the root. Number 1 block in the root is fear. Number 1 block in the sacral, guilt. Number 1 block in the solar, shame. Number 1 block in the heart, grief. But when you attack it at the root, it's almost like you're bringing all this up along the way. What do you fear? You start to realize some things that you may have been guilty about. When we look at the sacral today, when we meet, we're going to talk about some things that maybe this was some shame that came up in your identity body. We understand each chakra is a system in your consciousness. And it's connected to a body system. So if you have ailments in any place, and these are things we go into the workshop as well. If you have ailments in any place in your body, this chakra is out of alignment. A lot of times when people got things going on in their life, world, and affairs, I can tell which chakra is out of alignment. Like literally, I could tell you this. If it's a throat chakra issue, people are like, oh, I got a thyroid problem. Your throat chakra is out of alignment. Oh, I got blood issues. Your root chakra is out of alignment. Oh, I got bone issues. Your root chakra is out of alignment. I got tooth issues. Well, your root and your throat is out of alignment because your teeth are bones and your mouth is the throat chakra. Right? So anything, I got a digestive system that's acting up. Your solar plexus is out of alignment. I keep getting migraines and headaches. Your third eye is out of alignment. What's going on? What are you seeing that you acting like you don't see? You keep playing with your third eye. That's what I've been telling some people. You keep playing with your third eye. You know, when you get that headache, I go sit my behind down. To me, if a headache come, it's like spirit done grabbed you and joked you up and said, sit your ass down. And I stop everything when I get a headache. I don't cry about it. I don't take no pills. I sit there and I be like, all right, spirit, what am I not seeing? Talk to me. Listen to me now. You know, songs just because y'all got to see with me. Sometimes they just hit with a song. Listen to me now. Holla.
Speaking some realness, though, we really need to know these things. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, come on through the building, miss.
Come on. So for those of you who this speaks to, what I want to say in this offering is it's not too late. It's not too late. And it's actually somebody on my live that opened the door for everybody. Because as I said, I wasn't going to do it. Spirit had to really, in my human self, I was telling sis today, dedicated, I was like, I didn't want to do it. I have my hands like this, like, my friend, no, I don't know. I don't speak English. Like, spirit is like telling me, I think you need to do it. And I'm like, no English, habla inglés. My friend, I don't know. And spirit,
Right.
but I had to be obedient. You know, I had to move it out the way. And I said, you know, when I came on the live, I talked about it. I was talking about the workshop like I am now. And someone was saying, when is the next workshop? So I was like, spirit was like, you better tell the truth. And I was like, okay, the next one is in September, but I'm not gonna lie, spirit was kind of pulling on me to do it right now, but I'm not really, you know, I'm tussling with it. So I'm like, okay, whoever drop into 144, and that's how I said, when 144 gets you through the door, you let me know how important this is to you. If you want it, and that person in the live dropped it, right? She was like, already done, sent to your Zelle. I'm ready. So it was like go time. So thanks to her, thanks to Chase Divine, I'm gonna call her out. Thanks to Chase Divine, she opened the door for us to be having this workshop right now. So although it's 144 gets you through the door, right now we already kind of had, tomorrow would make us halfway through it. So for those who want to sign on tomorrow, I usually do it for $33 a day. And if y'all do the math, $33 a day is about 200 or something dollars for the week. So when I cut it to 144, this is the show I'm really tying this into the 144. So I'm not looking at the two something. I'm looking at 144 because it's a 9. I'm also tying in the 9. So the 144 gets you through the door and it's for the whole week. So it's definitely not two something. And then if you come halfway through, it's the $33 a day will be $99, you know, for 3 days. You know, 4 days it'll be, I believe, like 132. So it's still not 144. So that's just for the workshop, because I'm also tying this in with myself. This is not just you all. There's something I'm tying in and working in as well. We're all being ascended. So I'm just a facilitator. I'm facilitating with y'all what is being shared, and I'm sharing it, you know, with you all. Outside of this, right after this, it ends on August the 1st. So right outside of this, we're going to do a detox to detach. All of this is in preparation as we're walking through the halls of Amenti, aka Lionsgate. And we did a transmission activation on the 2626. Dedicated Roots was with us in there. So we did that already just to, you know, open all of this up. And then we went right into the workshop. Right after this, we're going to do the detox to detach. Now, this is important also with Halls of Amenti, because the detox, and I will go into that deeper as, you know, people sign up, but the detox to detach, when you detox physically in your body, you are preparing for what you need to detach from in, you know, consciously in your awareness. So it's helping you when you detox, making it a little bit easier and clear for what you're to let go. Because the purpose of the Halls of Amenti is really, I don't know how many people have heard of it. It's been coming up a lot lately. People have been asking about it, but it represents when Jehudi guides us through the halls of mirrors. And these mirrors are like reflecting an illusion to you. So you can see the illusion that you've been walking in, so that you can smash that illusion, smash that mirror, one mirror at a time as you're walking through the halls. It's what it kind of represents. And at the end of it, you're supposed to have like lay down the body, so to speak, because you're laying down the flesh. It is a major ego death coming out of the halls of Amenti. You're laying that body down, and the only thing that goes forward is, and some of you can look up the mythology on it, and like I always say, these mythology stories are helping you to understand divine complexities, you know, the complex of our multi-dimensional existence and all of that. So when you see the story, you'll kind of understand, you know, what it is that I'm saying. But ultimately it's to put down that body and rise in that spiritual essence, which is what a lot of us are coming more into. This is the tug that some of us are feeling. So some of us need to walk through these halls of Amenti. And for those of you who've been integrating with the light, it's going to be a little bit more helpful for you if you are already doing this. So I do offer the detox to detach. And that one is anybody can just, you know, come in and donate whatever you want. It could be $1. It could be $5, because we have to tithe into what we're getting. So this is definitely, again, helping you. And on the last day with 8/8, we're going to have another activation transmission. And that was just free and open to anybody, just like the first one was. So that's what we have that we're offering. And it's like, this is a call. Now is the time. Whoever aligns. Ashe? And I'm going to drink some water. Go ahead, dedicated.
So listen, y'all, this is the doors. This is the calling. There's 16 of us in here. Okay, sis got some courses, or you can go over for $33 if y'all are interested. Y'all go and hit her DMs up. Let her know what you're interested in. Like we say, she got the detox course coming up that's free for all. So there is no reason. Let me say,
no reason. No reason. Don't have no excuses.
Heather, come on in. Listen, we ain't got no excuses for tapping in if you don't know what it is that you are supposed to be doing right now. When I tell y'all, my sister's an excellent voice on bringing us into alignment with the visualizations and the affirmations that's going on over there with the detoxing as well, y'all. So I'm telling you, if you're looking for a place and you're ready to stand up in in your leadership, this is exactly what we are here for. We're opening the doors so those of like-mindedness are ready to start building their spiritual foundation, what their purpose is. Why are you here? Why are you here? You're ready to walk in it, because I keep enough spiritual confirmation.
Yes.
We've been prophesied to enough. Okay? We just done had enough, y'all. And it's time for us. We done wrote the notes. We done wrote our visions down. We done saw the vision. We don't need validation any longer. And it's time for us to really walk in that light and grab hold of our own destinies and take control of co-creating with Source. Because when I say spirit is absolutely calling on us, y'all, because like I say, we're not fear mongering, but we want the family to know that the way things are looking is going to go back to us working from our creative aspects. Okay, our creative talents that within our hands. Okay, we're not going to be over there on the other side working on 9 to 5s. Okay, it's going to be spiritually led. It's going to be people here, there, and everywhere working on this, that, the third, and the other. It is going to be some big building going on. So if you are called, if you feel like you are the 144, you are in frequency, you are ready to move forth in what spirit has placed upon you to lead in. Okay, not lead over, lead in.
It's time to go within.
Right, we're in. Because I keep telling the family that the thing about it, y'all, is once you heal your tree of life, right? Once you go within and you enter and understand how this right here is a function of not just a spiritual life, but an everyday life. This is who you are.
This is every day. This is not just for now. And I tell people that when they come into workshop too, this is not just for now. This is every day. The consciousness that I'm talking about, there's an intercourse that we're having in our consciousness every day. Your subconscious and conscious mind are harmonizing. And that harmony of duality, masculine and feminine, that harmony of duality is when you have that harmony is when you can hear the free flowing thoughts from the superconscious mind. That's how you tap into the superconscious. So this is everyday stuff. Go ahead, sis. Sorry, I just had to get that in. I was like, look, every day.
The thing about superconsciousness, y'all, this is where we talk about the downloads. This is how we receive them. A lot of people ask us, how you get the knowledge? How did you get that wisdom? Y'all, I didn't just sit and read a book. No. I don't have time for that. When my downloads come in, this is we now sitting with spirit to see, okay, where is this leading us? Where is this leading the collective? Because now, because my tree of life is healed, remember, sis just took us down the rabbit hole of what levels of I, me, we be.
We. Okay. Ooh la, we.
We see, you see?
Can't make this up.
Okay. So when it comes to getting downloads, y'all, we don't got time to be reading books. Your authenticity, your pureness of heart, you leading in a first and foremost, the way you get downloads and information is because you have a pure heart. That means Spirit can use me. I'm a vessel. I will speak the truth in love, right? Right? That's what this is. This is what is happening to the collective right now, family. So this is very important for us to hear the call. Yeah. Okay? But they say have eyes to hear, see, ears to hear. All right? Because it's not about the perception that we have perceived for all these centuries. Now the perception needs to turn around and go within. Because once your perception goes within, everything outside of you y'all not including just your surroundings. We're talking about this worldwide. We're talking about this in infinity, okay? This is not just something for your inside home, okay? Once you heal your tree of life, it comes outwardly. And guess what happens? Collectively, we all heal. Not just us as individuality, but as Mother Gaia, Mother Nature, all the things, the spider webs that we talk about, these nodes, all these things are a collective of things that are happening past, present, and future, right now in the present.
Yes.
Okay.
Divine consciousness, the divine, the sea of cosmic consciousness, or I like to call it the orchestra. Like the universe is so orchestrated, it's so divinely orchestrated. There is no accident, no coincidence, only the incidents and happenings that are happening with. Co means with. So that's the only coincidence, the with happenings. That's what's happening. What's happening? That's what's happening. Right? So we have to realize that this is the time. And it was something you were saying when I was like, yep, that's why many are called and few are chosen. Because a lot of people don't answer the call. The call is huge right now. Many are called. All of us are calling. I've been doing this, like I said, since 2021. And like I was telling my group when Chase signed up, was like, I've been doing this. And people will say, yeah, this is good. But when I make the call for the workshops, when I say, hey, it's a workshop, where everybody be at? And then everybody got all kind of excuses. And it's not that nobody owes me anything. It's not, you don't owe me anything. I'm simply the facilitator. I'm helping you. I'm the bridge. It's just, do you find a bridge? Are you ready to cross the bridge? I'm just providing access to the bridge. So when you said, oh, I can't, I got this. Okay, well, go. Like Ike Turner told Tina, that's how I hear it in my head. I'd be like, go on and do your little la-di-da thing. La-di-da-da. Because the earth, like the light codes are happening. And I don't mean it no way towards anybody, but it's the truth of the matter. Like, this is happening, and it's either you jump on or you don't. That makes the difference between those who are called. Many are called, few are chosen. And you are chosen because you chose, not because somebody in the sky said you my chosen people. Y'all don't be believing the hype out there when people, oh, we the chosen people because we the chosen Israelites and we the chosen Hebrews. And with the black, I don't care if they call it black Hebrew, black is, I don't care what they call it. You're only chosen if you have chosen to take a path. That's the only chosen. So when you're getting the something else you said about the vessels, we're available vessels. We get these light codes and we tap into the book of life because we're available. And Spirit was saying, and you know what makes us available? Those of us who make it our business to become a hostile environment for the dark entities. That's what makes you available. It's not you could do, because some people will be like, I be meditating, I be doing this, I be doing that. But did you get rid of your wounds? Did you do soul excavation? Did you do shadow work? Are you a hostile environment for demonic entities? And demon just means wounds. All demons are wounds of you the demon. I know that people don't like to hear that, but people be demoning. People be demon dancing. That's why I'm not going to events, because events are like a demonic display. Birthdays, all of this, everybody just there demon dancing with each other. Nobody want to address the real issues. We having family reunions and they're, oh, hey, cousin, hey, auntie. We got some family issues. Y'all ready to have a family meeting? It's some demons amidst us. We got some wounds that need to come up. Y'all ready to talk about that? No? Okay, don't invite me to the barbecue. I'm not coming to the barbecue. We not doing that. I'm not coming to demon dance with you. I see your demons. I don't know if that happened to anybody before. I'm saying that now, it sounds so funny, but I remember when I first saw demons in the club, I was fasting. I called myself fasting and talk about I'm gonna go to the club because I used to straddle the fence like that. Now I don't because I know you could get hurt. I used to be like, oh, I could do this. I could be spiritual and I could still go to the club. Play with it if you want to. So I went and I started to see the demons, and they come out at a specific time, y'all. I see, like, if you stay in there long enough at around 3-4 o'clock in the morning, it's like, God, you know what? Let me get the hell up out of here. Come on, I saw the demons dance. Literally, that's why I call it demon dancing. That's where I got the word from, because I saw these people dancing on the floor, and I had to rub my eyes like, am I seeing something different? Instead of the two people, and I did still see the two people, but what I saw in the spiritual realm, I saw their demons. I saw her wounds and his wounds dancing with each other and bonding with each other.
Yes, that's that trauma bonding we be talking about, y'all.
And the longer they dance, the more the bonding infused. And I was like, oh my God, I can't dance with people no more.
That's what we see. That's what we have been seeing in this past simulation that we are coming out of now, y'all. All of us have been trauma bonding. We were trauma bonding with our parents. We were trauma bonding with our sisters. We were trauma bonding with our brothers. We were trauma bonding with our men. We were trauma bonding with our girlfriends. We were trauma bonding with our children. Mm-hmm. So this is what it looks like when we have these unhealed wounds that we decide that we don't want to take responsibility for.
Nope. That's what happens. You gotta face it. You gotta find it. And that's why you become, some of you, that's why you became the ugly person in the family. Let me say this. And I said this in a video. For those of you who ain't see the video, let me say it right now. They don't like you. They don't like us. They don't like us. Get it through your thick skull. I don't care how much they say they love you. I don't care what family member it is. They don't like you, and they can't stand a light beam in your body, because the more you start to do the work, some of y'all recognize what I'm talking about. You started doing some, let me tell you how the story go. You started doing some soul work, right? And all of a sudden, out the blue, a family member just started having problems with you. And you like, I don't even know why. I didn't do this. I didn't do, but you did do something. Let me tell you what you did. You started boiling the blood. You started boiling the blood, because the bloodline affects everybody. So when you start changing, when you do work, you start changing the codes in the blood. Let me say that to y'all. Blood is DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. God, Lord, fire in the center of my being. Look up the etymology, you will see it. I'm not making this up. That means that it is the God encryption. That's why they talk about that junk DNA or whatever. No, that's your God encryption that they can't tap into. So when you have this in the blood and you start you actually change codes in your DNA. Your DNA holds your transcript, not just your bloodline, but your cosmic transcript, all of that. When you start working on you start changing the codes in the blood. That means you start boiling the blood for somebody else, whether it be a cousin, an auntie, uncle, mom, dad, whatever. They start boiling and they don't even know why. If you even ask them, first of all, they're going to deny it. They're going to avoid it. And they're going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. They don't even know why you started to be a bother. But I'm telling you now, you started doing your soul work. You started doing your shadow work. And you changed some codes in the blood, and you disturbed the demonic grip. You disturbed the energetic cult that has a parasitic entanglement in your bloodline. You alerted someone. And let me tell you who it hits most. It hits the people who has the most wounds, who has least accountability and most wounds. And now you disturb the sleeping dragon. They don't even know why. And so your blood is boiling, and they get a tick. They just can't stand you. All of a sudden, your picture come up on one of the, what it is, TikTok, Facebook, one of them. They see your picture, and they go like this. They don't even know why. But it's something in their blood. It disturbed that demonic wound that's still in them, that doesn't want to be seen, doesn't want to be worked on. And now you're causing, your light is exposing it in the bloodline. That's why they attack you. And you hear a lot of people talking about this now. There's a guy on TikTok now, I can't remember his name. I think it's Yet YNA, because I thought it was Y for young nigga, like a YN, but it's really Y. I think it's You Are Not Alone, something like that. You Are Not Alone. And he's been talking about it a lot, and he's so on point. I'd be like, yep, he's seeing that shit. He's literally speaking to the collective about why you're seeing what you're seeing. Like, they don't like you because of this. And he's literally breaking it down. Somebody's mad because you decided to walk away. Some of y'all already started walking away, and you pissed them off even more, because some of them tried to fool you. A lot of these families are narcissistic, y'all. They are. It's narcissist. It's not just one person being narcissist, because if they're manipulating, triangulating, and gaslighting you, they are narcissistic. That demonic entity operates through a narcissistic mode and prism. So your whole family might be narcissistic, not just one person. You might be saying, oh, my mom is a narcissist. No, it's your mom. It's your mom's sister. It's the brother. It's the grandma. Listen.
The whole family.
And that's what I came to terms with. I was like, oh, shit, the whole family's a narcissist.
The whole family.
They've been gaslighting me this whole day. And then I found out we got demon handlers. I was like, oh, shit, and my auntie was my demon handler. What?
Yes. Most of the time, our parents, y'all, somebody in your parent is always going to be your handler. These are the people who know who you are. They know that you are star seeds. So they do things to try to keep you off of your path. This is where the trauma, the hurt, the pain, and the BS comes in. Mm-hmm. And this is where your as above, so below sits down here and says to you, I came here to conquer this trauma from my ancient lineage system, okay? Because y'all listen, we're not just getting trauma for the family that we think we was born into. We're getting trauma from our ancient lineage as well. Mm-hmm. So we are coming to transcend all these things, break it up, just break the curse off us. I'm talking about chop
it up.
And stop hanging on to it. Because see, what we don't realize is our star seed lineage is where we need to go up into.
Yep.
Okay. That's where we need to be.
That's what we being called up. I like to be like, beam me up, Scotty. I'm like, now I know why I had liked that. That was my favorite part of Star Trek. Beam me up, Scotty. We being beamed up right now into our starship. So yes, it's so this, and we're gonna do more of this. I feel like we're gonna do more co-hosting, and I'm pretty sure Dedicated is like, yep, this is just the beginning. So we're saying a lot now because the importance is right now. It's important that the 144 ascendants know that we're not just giving you this information. We're not doing the shadows of the Aquarian age. We are providing the way, the tools to get on your ascension time. So if this is for you, don't let it pass you by. Don't let it slow you down. Don't look at lack and live like, oh, I don't have this, because like I tell people, we find money when we need to sometimes. Right. And if it's really, really that tight, you can join the detox or detach right after this. I would say if it's really that tight, but I would say push forth. I'm not gonna lie. And I would suggest that if you are truly in alignment with the 144, that you tell.
I don't mean to stop you. It's 33 people right now, y'all. For 33 listening. Come on through, sis. Go ahead.
33. And I was just going to say, it's $33 a day. So, and we already halfway through. So if you come on tomorrow, it's not even 144, it's 132. If you come on the day after that, it's 99. If you come on the day after that, it's 66. So it's you tithing into you. And I was saying, if you really the 144, tithe into that 144. If you can, I would strongly suggest that, because that's you telling the universe, I am the 144. I am the 144 that's being extracted out, right? So that what I would share with you. And before I close out, because we actually getting ready to go into the meeting, it's going to be starting in about 15 minutes, so I'm gonna get ready. But before I go, I really did want to share with y'all the epiphany that I told you about earlier with the solar plexus. And this may be heavy for some people to look at a certain work on today. I actually they had to do some work in my house today, so I had to move a whole closet. Now in this closet has some clothes that, you know, your old clothes that you sometimes put down and be like, I'm gonna get back to this, or I'm gonna fix something, I'm gonna fit back in this, I'm gonna, you know, let me put it away. Oh, this, you know, my favorite outfit, I'm gonna put it away. There's clothes that's been in there that I ain't seen in how long, so I'm taking these clothes out. And when I looked at them, it was like, I gotta get rid of this. And spirit was like, this ain't you no more, you're never gonna. And I felt a little grief with it, because it was like, oh snap, that piece of me is no longer here. And I could hear that spirit, that over self going, you got to say bye. You know, when that person's standing next to you, like, look, it's enough. You got to say bye-bye now. And what it hits like, it feels like when you lose someone, and you know, when you in disbelief when someone passes or transitions, and you feel like at some point you got to face the fact that they're not coming back physically, right? Those of us who know we talk to them every time in the spiritual realm, but physically they're not coming back. And I was in that kind of space where I looked at the clothes, I put it down, was like, she ain't coming back. And it literally felt like a little inner funeral or something. And it was like the epiphany hit me when I came in, and I was like, oh my God, I just died, y'all. Like, and it all came together because my oldest daughter was saying earlier today, before I even got through the clothes, she was like, Ma, you smell like a newborn baby out of the hospital. And I'm like, really? Like, what you mean? And she's like, no, you smell like a newborn baby. And it's not your clothes, because your clothes smell like when it just come out the, you know, laundry fresh. Like, your clothes smell laundry fresh, but you smell like a newborn baby. And it wasn't until I got the epiphany that it hit, was like, oh snap, that part of me is dead. She ain't coming back. That's why I'm newborn. And that's why, because she kind of got, that's her clear gift. She kind of clear sentient and clear the smell. So she's smelling it through her clairs. And I'm like, oh, I'm born again. I start walking around, I'm a born again Christian. That's why I was telling Dedicated right before we came on. And it was like a true born again. Not that I'm claiming to be Christian, but the Christ consciousness. So it's the true born again that is here. And that's what's rising in all of us. And I think we got to have that conversation some more. So the epiphany was that, and again, I know this may be harsh for some people's perspective. Some of you may already be there, but we got to be willing to have that eulogy. It's time to write your eulogy. It's time to have that funeral. The old you in that old timeline, this is the big shift that is happening. She gone. And I literally had to say it that way. It was like, she dead. And she who is dead to me, she's also dead to those family members. And I'm going to share this with y'all, the conversation that we all now got to have, the tough conversations with some people. I know some of y'all feel it coming out of Mercury retrograde, is to let them know the me that you knew once upon a time, she gone. I'm having this conversation with you from my deathbed. Like, that's it. And again, I know this may sound graphic or uncomfortable, but this is how it's playing out. I'm having a conversation with you from my deathbed, because I'm leaving now. These are the last words that I could say to you before I leave, because my true self is in a timeline where you can't see me. So my true self can't talk to you because you can't see me. So I'm speaking to you from the caucus, the old caucus self that is about to pass away. This self, you're not going to know her no more. So when you come and see me, if you can't see me, don't see me. That's how I was seeing it. If you can't see me, don't see me, because you can't see the true me. And that means when you talk to me now, it doesn't mean we can't interact with them, but don't come and talk to me with the expectation of that old self, because it's not going to be relatable. She's not here. You might as well go have the same funeral that I'm having for myself. For some of us, it may be we already passed, and I'm talking to you as a ghost. I am a ghost of me. I'm speaking to you. Hello from the other side. I'm on the other side. I'm speaking to you from the other side.
Chills down my spine.
Listen, I'm on the other side. Talk to me when you can see me. And if not, when you do talk to me like a regular stranger. Like, hey, how you doing? That's how how you doing? Don't expect the old me, because she ain't here. Not trying to be mean or rude, but she is dead to you, because she dead to me too. And I love me. Ashe?
Respectfully, baby.
Respectfully so. So for those who get it, I know for some that this conversation may be new to, it may seem a little uncomfortable and a little harsh, and you may be like, dang, why you calling death on yourself? For those of us who understand the true transition of what's happening, you know why. It isn't a major ego death, and that old you is no more. That old timeline, it don't fit no more. Throw it all away. And that's I wanted to make sure I give y'all that epiphany.
That is the moral of the storyline. The timeline, whatever y'all want to say. This is getting to this right here, y'all, is really getting into the nervous system of your throne. This is what this looks like. Okay. For those of us who are trying to go in towards your nervous system, okay? So this is right here, like, again, this is for the call. This is the call for those who are ready to stand up in their leadership, who are ready to say, you know what, fuck it. Enough is enough.
2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it.
See what I mean? You see, Sensei Heather say, make me want to clean my closet out now. As you should, Heather.
You should.
Right, baby. Immediately.
Listen, it taught me a whole damn lesson. I was walking around here like, oh shoot, I'm a born again. I damn surely is a new birth. We are being a new birth into this new earth. So let it die, right? Some of us might even have to go as far as write a eulogy. I'm about to do that. I'm like, look, I was saying it out loud. I was like, she was a great person. She did this. She did that. She went to school. She graduated. She, you know, I'm about to write all of that old timeline stuff. She went to college for a little bit, and then look, I'm about to write me a whole eulogy. Like she's gone. But let me tell you let me give you the birth announcement of the true me. That's what's exciting about this. And for that rebirth to happen, that death gotta happen. Hello,
somebody. And see, that brings us back to that contract type time again. Okay, so when we're talking about getting things out of our old timeline, out of our nervous system. So when you are writing down these things, your eulogy, right? Writing it down. What we are doing is we're telling the nervous system, I am done.
That's it.
And you are pulling it out into the atmosphere, and you are letting the universe know that I am no longer subject to the old timeline any further. And then once you get through breaking the contract, because you know you have the right to do that. Okay?
That's
you have the right. Once you break it, then you turn around and you write your new contract. Okay? The new you, that's how this works, y'all. Prophetically speaking, when we are moving in a horseshoe, fire horseshoe. Okay, moving from our hearts up into our crown, moving into our heavenly nature, where now we are coming together in unity. Okay, we're coming together in unity, using our gifts, our talents to be who we were meant to be this whole time. We just fucking forgot. No.
We write and we coming. When you said new, we writing that new. I was like, yeah, we writing a new lease. We are re means to do again. We are releasing our timeline. So we have to have a release to release. This is what this full moon is doing. So for those of you who come in the workshop, you're going to feel this. You're going to have a releasing to release your new earth. And this is what we going into. So before, we close out, before I go in, because we about to go into this workshop, we going in it right now. So if you email, I'll see while I'm in there. If it's that important to you, I will see because once we in there, I'm in there. So I'll have my phone with me. I'll see if I can check my email where I could send it to you. And it has to be real quick. Some of us decisions got to be like this. So if you want to come in for tonight, just send that 144. If you want to come in for tomorrow, send a 132. If you want to come in, as I said, the next day or whatever, it goes down from there. It goes down to 99 and 66. So just if you definitely, I really am going to be checking for if anybody want to jump in tonight. So anybody else that's for the later days, just go ahead and email me. My email is in the on my page, and I forgot to say it here too. So I'm gonna say it if anybody can write it down. or write it in so everyone could get it. It's akilatextry@gmail.com. AKILAHTEXTRI@gmail.com. I should have been gave that out, so my apologies.
What time for Mrs. AKI?
AKILAHTEXTRI@gmail.com. So right now, for those who want to go in right now, that's who I'm going to look out for. So, and anybody else I could answer later, of course. So you can always email me, tell me when you want to start. If you're serious and you want to jump in right now, just go ahead, Zelle the payment, and then let me know. Zelle in your 144 and let me know, and I'll, go ahead and let you in. If it's for another date, we'll do that. And like when we meet together, I'll share the calendar with you all. So if anybody want to reach out to me for the 5D calendar or a one-on-one natal chart reading, I do all of that as well. So you can email me.
All right. Yeah, I was just going to tell you about the calendars real quick. Put it in there. Let them know about the calendars. Because also while y'all email them about the event. Oh, and as well, let them know about the event for the 144 as well as the detox. Let us know about that as well, because that's a free event that you all are welcome to come using that same email, I believe.
Same email, yep. Detox. You could just let me know.
Explain.
Yeah, let me know when you email me. You can say workshop, detox. You just put whatever is in there. Activation that we're doing on the 8/8. There may be one thing else happening after that with the new moon. I'm waiting on spirit for that. So there may be another thing happening, but all of this to lead us up through the 12th. So detox workshop. The detox is free to everybody. And I say free respectfully, like donation based. Like I'm not putting a price on it. Just whatever you feel. It could be $1. Just drop $1 in. Like here, I just want to jump into the whatever it is, I'm leaving that free to you to put in sow seeds of reciprocity for you in whatever way that you can. So the workshop is the only one that has its set price, because that's how I let it pull me in. I was responding to spirit, and spirit was like 144, and it's a go. 144 gets you through the door. Stick to that, because of me practicing those boundaries that I was speaking to you all about. Because I would do everything for free forever, and spirit is like, no, because we're sifting out the 144. So if they're really there, like there's a certain, if they're really there, you'll know. Sift it out, hold the 144. So that's just for the workshop. But as she said, detox, open, you do as you please. And the activation definitely is just come in. You don't have to donate to anything for the activation.
All right, so y'all got that email. We'll put it in the chat for you all. Like I said, if y'all are interested also in the chemic calendars that she have as well, those are mindful that we should be using right now, coming from that 12-year calendar into the 13. Okay, if y'all don't know about the 13, we'll get into another day.
Yeah, we'll share that. We'll do a next, host where we co-host, and I'll have, because I ain't even bring it out with me, because that's how impromptu this was. We just jumped in, and so the next one I'll have it, and we can go over some of it. You all can see what it looks like. So it was beautiful sharing this, and bringing in our Aquarius, North Node Aquarius collaboration. We tapping in. So, and I wanted to say one, because I keep seeing this comment, and I wanted to respond to this person. It was like, I haven't seen you since Facebook. I'm not on Facebook no more. So anybody that knows me from there, Facebook is like the face for the false matrix. So for some reason, spirit had me out of that, especially because family members been like tapping in there. Like that's how they've been sending me certain negative energy and all that through Facebook, because that's how they watch you. Right? They act like they ain't about you, but they get on Facebook and be all up in your book facing. So I've been taken out of that. So you'll find me either here or either TikTok or on YouTube as Celestial Earth. And on YouTube, Divine Energy Celestial Earth. So if you found me, you back on the timeline, let's go. It's all about the true timeline. Raising temples. Ashe.
Absolutely. So y'all make sure y'all follow each other. Go follow our guests on today on Celestial Earth. I just want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
I am so glad that we are divinely led.
Yes.
Because listen, I called her. I was just like, what I said? I was like,
am I missing something? You was like, did I miss something? And I was like, oh, we had to be, because we did have a conversation, but there wasn't a follow-up. And I was like, there was something. And so this is how we're doing our service for service reciprocity. So this is dedicated, reciprocity. So it was like, okay, I was like, I don't know what I need. And Spirit was like, y'all need to do a co-host. And I was like, maybe after the workshop, but I had to move me out the way. And Spirit was like, I think we should do it today because tomorrow's the full moon. So we gonna be going in, and that's how it all came together. So we on it. She's like, Spirit pulled her in and was like, no, let's go, we on the ascension time, and let's pull in who we can pull. When we bring it together, then we're pulling both of our people together and saying, hey, where two or more agree, there is you and me, and it's the you and me in the we. So let's go.
Yeah, it's the 29th, I believe, bipolar.
Yes, the 29th is the full moon. That is tomorrow.
It's 28th. Yes, was it the full moon tomorrow? I'm like, yes, the 29th. I still thought it was the 27th.
Mm-hmm. And then before we go, because I meant to say this, so I'm going to ask all of us right now to just take a deep breath. I got a fluorite, which is good for your upper chakras from the heart going up. And amethyst, most people do know about the amethyst. It is a transmuting stone that transmute all like negative energy. That's why you see a lot of people have this at the doorway. So for the third eye and the so I'm gonna just hold this here. Thank you for lighting that, bringing the good news with the Palo Santo. So I'm gonna ask us to take a deep breath, and we're gonna exhale longer than we inhale. So breathe in like for a count of 6, for like a count of 4, and deep exhale for like a count of 8. And then I'm going to send you a heart blessing Reiki symbol for all of you to just be at peace with this. Let this information sit where it sit. Whatever resonates with you, let it resonate. If it does not, let it fly, or let it just rest in your auric field. In the right time, it will drop in and it will hit where it needs to hit. You don't have to get all of this right now. And with true faith, even if you don't understand it, if there's a pull on you to come through right now, answer the calling. Everything else will be explained along the way. Ashe? So take a deep breath in. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. And deep exhale. Feel all your muscles relax, your shoulder, any tension in any muscles in your face, your fingers, your feet. Feel yourself completely relax. And with that, we just surround you with a lot of love and light. Feel your spiritual guides, your celestial hosts, your galactic family, your starseed family, and feel your ancient bloodline awakening inside of you. From the cosmos and the cosmic injection through you into the earth. Let that surround you. Let it open up the portals of information so that you can receive what is helping you on this next timeline ascension. And with that, I seal this with the blessings and the heart blessing with all love through the love frequency that we all hold a vibration in. Where duality meets in the center of infinite existence is love. Deep breath. And from my heart to yours, namaste, namaste, ashe, ashe, and ashe. And I close out with that, and I'm about to go jump right into this workshop. So until we meet again.
We We got one more question. What should they do for the full moon tomorrow? We're gonna close out on this one, y'all.
Okay, for the full moon, definitely look at what has been coming up for you, whatever that is, and everybody got something. Don't turn away from it. Look at that, write it down, what you need to release from it. Remember, find it, face it, fix it. So face what it is, write it down, burn it up. You can burn it in under the full moon, light you a little fire, and burn it up and release it. And then I would suggest like listen and take a spiritual bath. Anybody could do a spiritual bath. You got some Epsom salt, you got some sea salt, some pink Himalayan salt. Drop a spiritual bath in there and listen to a meditation if you find any. There's plenty of them. Listen to a full moon meditation because it usually gives you a hint of what you want to write for your full moon intentions. So remember, you're releasing, burning that up for the release, and that's what you're going to write in your intention. And that's how you could kind of tie that in to the full moon for your full moon experience. And most importantly, if you can, get into the workshop because it'll take a deeper dive. Ashe?
And if you can, y'all come on over. We thank y'all for being here today. Thank y'all for tapping, loving, sharing, reposting, gifting, all the things.
Thank you.
Listen, we will be doing this again soon, but we're gonna go ahead and rush on out of here. We're gonna go on over to the workshop. If y'all are available, you want to come over, you have the email, let her know. We'll see you in the Zoom room in just a moment.
In the boom boom room.
Listen.
If you know, you know, the boom boom room.
See? But listen, y'all, we're gonna
Love
get
and
out of here.
light.
Y'all, I'll be back in the morning. And again, me and Celeste will definitely gonna be hooking up so we can bring y'all the latest and the greatest information and the downloads that we are receiving. You know, the prophets, when we walk, one prophet had one part, the other prophet has the other part. So we come together to get the whole story, reach one, teach one, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
Okay?
Each one, reach one, teach one, get you one, get you some.
You know, so we love y'all. We'll definitely see y'all. Y'all have a great one. All right, later.
Love and light.
Love and light.
All right. Thank you for those who are coming through on the YouTube. And we will definitely you can email me for any questions. If I missed, go ahead and email me because we were really focusing on hosting. So I didn't get to see it. So, some of you are still here. So my apologies if I missed any questions. But the co-hosting, that's kind of new to me. And I was, doing my best to look and see what I could see and catch what I could catch. So we'll definitely share that. Oh, let me turn down TikTok. So email me and I can answer any questions that I may have missed or if you found it to be important. Well, all questions are important. So feel free to email me or see you on the next live and you can always ask me there. Ashe, love and light.